island adrift in the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, and it is the most remote habitated island in the world. In the contemporary landscape of Rapa Nui, the geography is difficult, the ecosystem is delicate, and the indigenous people have all but disappeared. It hasn't always been this way though. With an area of only 63 square miles, this tiny island has all the storied history of a much larger scale society. You might know Rapa Nui by the name it was given by later explorers, Easter Island. Located nearly 2,400 miles off the coast of Chile and 1,300 miles from its nearest neighboring island, it is the most remote island that has inhabitants in the entire world. Whitney Dangerfield of the Smithsonian Institute theorized that ancient peoples arrived on this island via outrigger canoe between 400 and 700 AD. Why exactly they left their homeland to traverse uncharted ocean is a mystery, but the rest is history. At the time they arrived, the island would have been covered with lush palm trees like you see here, some of which were over 100 feet high, and fertile volcanic soil from a long extinct volcano on the island. The people of Rapa Nui thrived, and their population increased to in the tens of thousands. They used the natural resources of the island to build some of the most mysterious and legendary artifacts of our time. The giant stone figures of Easter Island. There are nearly 900 stone monuments that dot the landscape of Rapa Nui. They are carved from porous volcanic tuff, which is sediment from the volcano on the island. They are known to the indigenous people as Maoi. No one knows how they are moved from the rock quarry where they were carved to their homes where they currently reside on the island, since some of them weigh upwards of 83 tons. Local lore says that the statues actually rose up and walked to their locations by themselves. So times of prosperity and productivity were evident by these large statues. So what exactly happened to the people of Rapa Nui? Historical artifacts and research indicates that the Rapa Nui people at one time were in excess of tens of thousands of people, but by the time the first explorers arrived, there was less than 1,000. The once lush palm forests of the island had been completely decimated by the time it was explored. The people of the island had forested so much for the use in their homes and wood burning that there was nothing left, and they had taken to burning grass to survive. Because of Rapa Nui's remote location, outsourcing farming or importing goods was nearly impossible. During this time, civil war did break out between peoples of the islands. The Short-Eared tribe declared war on the Long-Eared tribe, and civil war ensued. This unrest led to disease, plague, decline in population, and even rumored cannibalism. Maoi sculptures were toppled in defeat or desperation, and some appear to even have been thrown into the ocean. By the time the first Dutch explorers arrived with Jacob Roggeveen in 1772, the island was described as a barren wasteland. Eventually, the population dwindled to less than several hundred people from diseases brought by Europeans, a smallpox epidemic, and raids by Spanish slave traders. This is the earliest known depiction or painting of Easter Island, done in 1776 by William Hodges. And it depicts the stone monuments that you see today, and they were more in their glory. So, nobody really knows for sure what caused the fall of the people of Easter Island. There are many theories regarding the decimation of the population. While some think of the event as a cautionary tale, others are challenging that belief. In his 2005 book, Collapse, Jared Diamond theorized that the ruin of the indigenous people was of their own making. Overuse of their natural resources without any regard to renewability caused the people to chop down all their own trees and commit what he called ecocide. This total devastation of their own environment led to their own devastation. Professor Ladefogord of the University of Auckland in Germany and his team have been studying various archaeological sites on the island. His research suggests that the Rapa Nui people were struggling against natural limitations of the island and did not destroy their own environment on purpose. One of the major factors of the ecology that they were struggling against were Polynesian rats, which would have been brought on the canoes accidentally or intentionally to the island. Since this is a totally uninhabited island, the rats had no natural enemies to speak of, so they could multiply unendingly and feast on their favorite meal, which was the seeds of the palm trees that they would have been trying to grow. Another area of more recent research concerns the Maoi, found on Easter Island. Although that the scientists have known about the torsos instead of just the head since 1914, recent extensive archaeology reveals the true nature of what's going on beyond the surface. Joanne Van Tilburg and her team of archaeologists have been hard at work on the project, and they have found petroglyphs, carvings, pictures, and depictions that are yet to be decoded by modern scientists. Maybe these petroglyphs and writings would tell the story of what happened to these people. Easter Island has been a baffling mystery for centuries. The sense of mystery is only compounded by the beauty and the genius of engineering behind these sculptures. Hopefully time and further research will reveal the key to unlock the secrets of Easter Island, like what happened to its people or how the statues reached their final homes. However, most of the few remaining Rapa Nui people that live on the island, less than 200, disagree with this. They maintain their cultural roots and believe that science will never reveal any secrets because they believe there's nothing to reveal. They still maintain that the statues rose up and walked to their homes. That's it.